As a vulnerable person in the healthcare system, all of my interactions with doctors are really high stakes. I am not alone in that. Apart from my neurologist visits, as a person with a progressive neuromuscular disease, only second to the neuro visits, physical therapy visits are so high stakes because they can translate to me moving a little bit better and to my regaining some functioning. I'm always trying to get back to what is now almost a year ago before I went to the hospital. And my hope is always that through PT I can regain some of the functioning I've lost. And my insurance down here has been really great, with the exception of PT. All my doctor's visits are free. My labs, my testing. I've had so many tests. All of it is no charge. My drugs are $1.50. It's amazing. And PT, they just don't get it. They have a list. These are neurological, physical therapists. You have to go to one of these. And in my fantasy, I get to go see the neuro PTs at Vanderbilt, where they actually work with people who have PLS. There are PLS people going there and other rare neuromuscular disease patients. Those are the PTs I want because the condition is so weird and it's so rare. 2 to 4,000 people in the country have it, and the way my body responds to injury and to exercise is so unpredictable. The golden goose would be somebody who has dealt with this crazy set of um, intersections of the Venn diagram of PT patients, right? That would be the dream. But this is the one thing my insurance won't cover. So I've been trying PT after PT after PT. I had failed on 3. So we'll go to the end of December last year. I was in the hospital for a week with uncontrolled pain. Then I was in inpatient physical therapy rehab for a whole week. I had great PTs when I was there, and I was so spoiled. And they don't do outpatient there. So I get out. I've burned through 3 already. PTs who said, I don't think there's anything else I could do for you. Or my favorite, I mean, I could try if you want me to. No, thank you, sir. That will be all. So I find this a place I haven't tried, It's only a 50-minute drive one way, 50. And I talked to the head of the clinic, and he says, well, I haven't worked with PLS, but I've worked with other rare neuromuscular. I'm not afraid of it. I'd be happy to work with you. um, I was like, great, because people being afraid to work with me has been an issue. Now, when I was in inpatient rehab, my Gen Z physical therapist, occupational actually, taught me this expression, which is mid. To say something is mid is to say it was underwhelming. It was, eh. And I thought this was funny, and I started using it all over the place. This PT was so mid, and my attending every day was so high stakes. I had been through this traumatic thing of going to the hospital in an ambulance, being in the ER all night, uncontrolled pain for a week. Then, after a week of rehab, fighting to get out of it. And I really, really was hoping somebody could help me get back to where I was. This guy was so not a curious doctor. He was busy as the head of this clinic and busy multitasking, always managing the people and the facility, and it drove me crazy. I just wanted so bad for him to rise to the challenge and think like, I've never even heard. I had to look up what you have, but I know a lot. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. We're gonna crack this. Nobody has before. I'm gonna be your guy. And instead, it was really cookie cutter. Well, this is what we usually do for spasticity stuff. And just checking the boxes for what insurance needed for him to keep billing. I felt like that's all we were doing. All PTs are so busy. They have so many reports to write. They're always typing. Insurance requires so much paperwork, so many evaluations, and at least he didn't have another patient. Ortho PTs double book and they go back and forth. He didn't have another patient, but he was constantly telling Candace, yeah, you can have Thursday off. Being approached by other employees with social questions. What are we doing for the New Year's party? Office staff about when the guys are coming to fix the lights. He was, every time he started me on something, turning around and fielding questions. And I wasn't doing well. I would have like a few days of improvement, then I would have a setback, then I would have a fall. The fall would involve 1 or 2 weeks of recovery, so we'd back up again. I felt like he never changed the plan. He never tried to look at the problem differently, and it was so disappointing, which is what this is. It's so disappointing. There are so many um, dreams and expectations of what my life would be like. So many things I took for granted would be there that aren't now, and that are a fight and are disappointing and hard. And this dude was so disappointing. He had a student who was with them. They have, they have students do a what do you call it, like an in-service or an internship. This guy told the student what exercises to give me and just set him loose with me, and would be on his laptop on the other side of the room, not even watching. I am such a heavy fall risk, and he wasn't even watching. I was so unsafe so many times. And my favorite was the day. I can see it now. I was standing at a set of parallel bars, and I'm doing one-legged exercises. I'm standing on my left, lifting the right, standing on the right, lifting the left. Such a dangerous move, and the fact that there's a bar there means there's something to help rip out one of my shoulders as I catch myself when I fall. It does not mean it's gonna keep me from falling. He doesn't really know that because he's not asking, he's not watching. He sets me up with these exercises, a minute this way, rest a minute this way, and then says, "Mind if I make a call while you're doing this?" What do you say? Yeah, I do mind, or what I said because I'm nice and a people pleaser and the funniest guy in his clinic, so he thinks I'm fine. I say, yeah, sure, I'll be right here, don't mind me. And he goes and makes calls to reschedule. Mid PT, y'all. That is mid PT.